Hello guys, welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase, and today we're going to be looking at the Pyrologer. Hello guys, welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase, and today we're going to be looking at the Pyrologer and Friends mod by It's Blue Jacob. Let's get started. So first of all, I'm in the wrong version. And I set up all this up. It took me longer just because I set all this up, and then I thought it was the correct version because this was the latest version, the 19.2 I think, 0.4 version of Minecraft. And I was looking at the versions of the games or the mods things, and I even did all this. I set all of it up. I did a little bunker to do all the mobs on the bottom. And then I decided to read the version history, and I noticed that the version that was from 1.6.4 was actually a newer version of the mod than this one. So let me get to the good version now. Okay, so the worst part is that the new version had a ton more everything. I think from like 20 mobs it went to like 130 mobs. Now I did a little room down there, and so okay, so we're going to start with all the blocks from over here, and these are the different blocks that you can either craft or you'll find. In this case, you can create with packed snow, and you can create the bricks, or you can just use the packed snowballs that come with this mob. And then this is it, and then there's also these blocks, the pyro stone blocks, which use the pyro stone ingots that you get as drops, and if you stand on them you start burning. There's also these moss blocks, poison sand, which gives you poison, and there's also all the other variations that you can do, the chisel ones, and stairs, walls and all that. And then we have other blocks that use a soul gem, which is this, and you can use it to craft other items. This is also a drop from a mob. Then we have the tree, which is this tree, which is the sakura tree, and it gives you all these different variations of wood that you can use for building. That's the word. And then you have all these lanterns, and they all produce light, and the way you create them is like, oh, there we go. So this is how you make them. This is how you make one of them, and this is how you make the base of it. Then you can use different flowers. I don't know why the other ones are letting me show you guys, but this is how you do the different ones, and this is the base one, and you can actually do different things with it. And they all produce light, so they're used as light sources. Then you have the trapdoors and the doors that come with the sakura tree, and then buttons and the pleasure plate. And you also have, if we come over here, we have these little panels, which are the oak shoji, which are crafted like this, and then they can be used as a wall, like in Japanese buildings. And you have all the different blocks, and these are all the different chojis that you can do. The leaves. Then you have these two things, and I'll show you guys right now. These are considered technically mobs, but they were in the block section. So this is a fake pumpkin and a fake cactus. So you'll find them in your world, and what they do is, if you get close to it, it just spawns a Pyrologer, which is this guy. And with a fake pumpkin, it'll do a pumpkiner, which is this guy. And they're all aggressive. Anyway, so then we have this called the Kitsune fur, which is also a drop, which is a kitsune fur, and you can all you can do with the kitsune fur is just making the block. And then we have another one called the solar star, which is also doesn't have anything to do. It cannot do anything as far as I was able to find out, and I believe it produces light, if I'm correct. Yes, it does. I thought I turned off the rain. Why is it raining? There we go. Okay, and so we have other blocks like the pile, and I went backwards. Right? This is, yep. And then we also have this called the honey puddle, which appears with the little honey slimes, which look like this. These little guys. And when they move around, come on, move. There we go. It'll do a little puddle on the ground. And then we have these other blocks called the vanished blackstone stand, which cannot be crafted, but I'll show you guys. It comes, I believe, from a structure, and there's a ton of structures here, and the worst part is that other mobs that usually help me find structures don't work with it. It doesn't be able to find them. I don't know how they have they coded in the mod. And I don't know if they don't have them classified as actual structures in Minecraft, or I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't seen the code. And anyway, so then we have all the other blocks that you can do. They're either you find them in buildings, or you can craft some of them. Then we also have another one called the Emerald Eye, which you can mine and you can get some emeralds from it. And most of these things you'll find in structures. And then we have this other block called the Sculptus Spawner, which is actually a boss, and we'll see him later when I go over the bosses. And you'll need a frozen amulet, and then you'll right click it, and then you'll have the boss spawn, and then the boss drops a chest, and the chest will drop all this if you break it. And then we have the corrupt blaststone, which is crafted with these nether tears, and you'll actually need it to craft the corrupt altar, will also spawns another boss. And then we have more tree variants, more blocks, and why don't I have the little thing on it? Then for this one you need the sapphire, which you also use as you craft it like that and use as a crafting material for a weapon. Moving on, well, then we have more blocks, and then we have these little traps called whatchamacallit, Nosferatus spikes, and if you fall upon them, then you get something called bleeding. And as long as you're standing on them, it'll keep resetting, and this thing will give you damage. Then we have some of these enchanting tables, and you cannot craft it. You'll find it, and the way that you want to do with it is you need these orbs, and the orbs you can either and the orbs you have to find. And what you want to do is you want to use an orb or upgrading, which is also a drop, and you're going to have to place it here. And these things give you effects, and there's different ones, and I'll show you guys in a minute all of them. But if you right click them, it'll give you an effect for a certain period of time as long as you're right clicking it. But if I use this and I upgrade it, then I get the next available power up, and now I have speed 4 instead of 2. And then we have the altar that I show you guys how to craft. And this altar, you're going to need a devil's totem, and it has to be fully charged, because this is not a charged one, and you get them charged as you kill mobs. Next, we have other structural blocks, so you'll find the structures, and I'll try my best to find all of them. at least as many as I can, because I'll just have to be lucky to find them. But anyway, these ones are like locked by keys, and you'll need either any kind of key that's related to the block. So each one of them has, as you see, the block. This one's black, this is white, and then you have the other colors, red, purple, and I believe yellow. And you can actually you'll have to find these keys, and then if you right click the block will get destroyed and you'll lose a key. But I'm creative, so I won't lose anything. Next we have this called the Chisel Snow Brick, which is just basically the chisel version of the snow brick, and it's just decoration. And then we have more shoji that I didn't put together over there because I think I overlooked them when I was looking at it. Anyway, and then we have this other thing called the Weather Maker, and the Weather Maker is another thing that you'll have to find because you cannot craft it. And what you can do is, if you put these different ingots in here, then you can change the weather to either sunny or raining or thunderstorms. And then we have more blocks for variations of tree things, and that's all the blocks from this mod, and there are quite a lot, as you guys can see, but other mods have more. Anyway, we're going to move on to the armor first, and some of this armor is still under development, like this one. This is the put here. This is called the horn helmet, and what it does is, if I wear it, and then let me go into game mode, spectator, and then I go inside some blocks, and then I go to game mode survival. What it does is, if I suffocate in a wall, then it'll break the blocks so I won't suffocate. And that's basically what the helmet does. That's everything that it does, apart from giving me some armor also. So let me get out of here. That's what I want. And we can move on to the next thing. Let's get rid of this. And then we have these other ones, the Aboshi and the Monk's rope. And you can do different things with, you can enchant them, but you cannot really craft them. You can only enchant them. And so there are also jobs, and they have different effects. Like this one removes the knockback you get from using the paper fan, which is one of the weapons, and this one gives you a resistance to knockback. And there are, this one is 2 armor and then resistance and 1 armor, so they're not very tough as armor. And then we have the choker shell helmet that grants levitation, and this one you can also not craft. And this one is the wind yukata, which gives you, prevents tornado and dust devils from throwing you, and those are mobs that you'll find in your world, and grants you slow falling when it's sneaking. And that's the armor that it gives you. And then we also have this mask and these little shoes, and these are the bony shoes that grants you jump boost. And this is the mask of suffering, which grants you, well, prevents you from sufferance from sabotaging your screen, and then prevents illusionators and hallucinators from blinding you. And those are different mobs that we'll see in a minute. And then we have the other armor set, which is actually the best armor set from here, which is the Sandstone Sentinel armor set, and it gives you different effects. And those are all the effects, as you can read. And the way you craft it is with this Sandstone's speeding table tools that you'll need for upgrading, and you actually use them with netherite. So this is the downgrade in case you want to get your netherite armor back. But the way that you craft them is like this, so they're very expensive to make if you want to go back to netherite. And the one that you need for upgrading is this one, the upgraded one, and it'll give you the armor set, but you'll have to use netherite. And this is how you craft it, and you need the sandstone core, which is a drop that you get, and then you also use a core for different other items also. And this is how you will look. And then we have the blinding paste. The blinding paste is another job from a mob, and I couldn't find anything that it could do. I thought it could blind mobs, but you can only do anything with it unless I'm wrong, but I couldn't find anything to do with it. And then we have the Illagers, and these are little guys that are actually mobs that come from this little egg, and there are two versions. These, the ones that come from these eggs that you'll get from a drop after you defeat their papa or their mama, I don't know. You'll get it, and then you can spawn friendly ones. So I don't know why they don't want to do it. I swear I was in the other version, they would, once they were good, or if I spawned them with this, they would follow me and attack. But something that they can do, another thing is, if they're evil or if they're good, you can use this Hypno Watch, which is a drop, and you can right click them and they'll become aggressive. And they do hit kind of hard. So I'm going to leave them be for now. So let me put that Hypno thing back in there. And then we can put everything back in here, and then we can move on to everything you can eat. So these are all different things that you can actually eat, and these all give you different effects. So for instance, the blood of dead, did I put milk in here? Let me grab some milk. So the blood of dead will give you a bunch of terrible effects, so there's no reason for you to use it that way. The other way that you can use it for is nothing else. Next we have the Choker's Heart, which you can also consume. It'll give you some effects, not too bad, but then not too good either. It gives you weakness and like nausea. And then we also have the Frankenstein's Heart, which you can also consume, and it also gives you a ton of terrible effects. And these things are all drops, and at the moment you cannot do anything with them. And then you can also, there's also Pumpkin Stew, which is something good. It gives you some haste. And you can actually craft it like so. So you can get some pumpkin plums, which are done with the pumpkins, like this, and then you can craft yourself some stew, so you can mine faster when you're out and about doing your mining things. And then we have that cherry cupcake, the sakura cherry, the sakura cherry bomb, in the candy. So the sakura cherry, the cherry cupcake is just food. It's just normal food, and the sakura cherry is also just regular food. But the cherry bomb, if I eat it next to something, I'll blow up, and the guy next to me will also blow up, just like that. And this guy actually dropped one of the weapons. I guess it's kind of a weapon. I'll show you guys in a minute. And then we have the candy you can also consume, and you eat it quite fast. The candy, you create it like this, and the cherry bomb, you create it like this. And the cherries fall from the sakura tree. And I'm missing, yep, this one. The cherry cupcake, you do it like this. And then we have the Inquisitor's Blue and the Cook Vine, and the Frosticle. And this one actually gives you, or removes you some of the debuffs from one of the mobs, and you can eat it, and it really just gives you rule violation, so it'll prevent you from one of the mobs attacks or effects that they give you. And the other one is the cook vine. You can eat it, it's just regular food, and what you can cook it like this. You just get some vines and then you cook it, and a vine is a drop. And the Frostile is just a drop also, and you can consume it, and it gives you slow immunity. So mobs that can affect you and give you slowness won't affect you when you consume this. And that's all the different foods that this, or consumables, some of them I wouldn't consider them foods, consumables that are in this mod. And then next we have all the orbs, and these orbs are drops, and these are the different orbs. And this is, oh, that's it. So this is the first orb that you get, and this orb doesn't contain any effect, but you can use you can combine them and use potions to actually give it an effect. So these are all the other effects. So basically any potion that you have, you can combine it with this and you can get the effect for it. And the way you give the effect is with this thing over here. So give me a second, let me get something. Okay, I was trying to find out how to give it effects because I thought I had and apparently I didn't. But I after some research and trying to find out how to do it, I guess I'm guessing it's still a work in progress since I couldn't find a way to enchant it. And the way that it says it gets enchanted is by using the ingredients for potions to enchant it and then give it the effects what would be the tier 1, and you can upgrade them to higher tiers using the where's the other one, the upgrade that you can use with this item over here to then upgrade them to the next tier, or allow them to have a longer time on that effect. But I couldn't find anything about it. I tried using the crafting table, I've tried using other brain fart, other items to try to see, and they all fail. So either I'm not using the correct one, or I could be wrong about it, or they're still working on it since the mod is in beta still. And then we also have these other orbs. They are also falling and they are also ascension, and this one just gives you levitation, and this one gives you feather falling. And these are also drops from mobs, and I know that because I fought all of them. Anyway, then we have these other tools that you'll use for different crafting tools. So these are all their drops. They are all drops, and then you can use for crafting different items. Like this one is used for weapons and you can cook it. This one is used for a vehicle, and this is how you craft it. And then you use this for that. And then you use the Orbs of Storm for other crafting reasons. Actually, the Orb of Storm. And then you use the Void Orb to create the totem of reappearing, which prevents you from an effect from a different mob. And then we have the wheels. You have a jar of dirt, which is just a joke item. You didn't really do anything with it. And then we have the Elder Caster Spawner and the key, the golden key. The golden key is actually a mob. It's actually quite cute. Let's see if I can get it. Actually, I think the only way for me to... Well, it looks like that when it's dropped and when you kill it. And then if you use it on it, it'll start walking around after you use it on the block, and it'll spawn a boss. And because I don't want to fight the boss right now, we're going to leave it like that. And then we also have the Sandstone flag, which you can actually not craft either. It's also something you'll find, and you can use it for directing the sandstone minions, which I know the little flag is still work on it because it's a little buggy. Oh, these are the other items that you can use for crafting also. This will create a weapon, and this is how you get the sapphire, which is crafted like this, and this is actually a drop. And then we have the sandstone remotes, which is used to pick them up, and these are actually mobs that will fight with you, and you can craft them like this. And this is one of them, and this is the other one. And there's another one that doesn't move, and I'll show you guys in a minute. But if I use a flag, they should follow me, except for it doesn't work all the time, and sometimes they just won't follow me. So I know it's a little bit glitchy, because they should follow me, and they sometimes do it, sometimes they don't. And the way you pick them up, if you want to move them, you just right click them with this remote, which you can also craft like this, and you can pick them up, and then you'll have them in your inventory, so you can move them around. And that's all of those ones, and they're companions, and they'll fight mobs for you. And then we have all the weapons, and these are all the regular weapons. I thought they were regular in my opinion, and this is actually a ranged weapon which have been somewhere else, and this is actually a little different, and some of them are a little bit interesting, so I'll move them to the side. This one just grants you regeneration, that's just a maze. This one burns mobs, and you can have some of them. All other will be drops, and this is a drop, and you can actually upgrade it to this. And then this one actually gives you an effect. I'll grab some of the ones. These ones, like it says, it gives you a ton of health, so it just regenerates. This one will actually make mobs drop gold. This is okay. I'll grab this one too. And this one also breaks. Actually, this is just my bad. This one doesn't work on undead. Well, the effect on the undead, which makes it useless. And this one will drag mobs underneath. And this is why I got this thing. And the Hypno Watch is the one that you saw me using on the little these little guys. And it actually also works on other mobs. For instance, if I use it on this chicken, I can actually hypnotize it, and now it'll attack and it lay an egg. So if I leave this guy, I think it'll attack me. It becomes aggressive towards me. So survival. Hello, chicken. There you go. I will start pecking me. Stop it. And next, we are going to use the one, and this one will actually burn. What are you doing? Seeing the chickens? So I'll throw a fireball, and because this piglin is fireproof, it doesn't do anything. And this one is a boomstick. It'll either if you break a block, or if you hit him up, it'll just blow up and it'll disappear. And this is the monk's staff. If I run and I shift, it'll push me up. And this is a katana. This one makes me the user dash, and while dashing, it'll give you higher attack. This one is a tar katana, which is an upgraded version of this one. In a way, it's another drop. A lot of them are drops, and you can use it to turn invisible if I right click. Now you cannot see me except for the katana. And the other one is going to be this one, which makes me, if I kill a mob, or as I hit them, it'll drop ingots, gold and silver. And now I have a bunch of trash in my inventory, and it doesn't matter. And this is a spatula. It'll toss things up like this, and it has a chance of tossing them up. It won't always do it. And this one will drag mobs into the water. So if I come over here, you don't swim. I picked the worst thing to do. Anyway, come on. I'll put you out of your misery. I can't see it. I'm quite evil. It was a little picky. Anyway, I will put a little chicken here, and it'll come up. And then if I use this weapon, it'll. You're so weak. Do I have anything else? Can this squid survive? There we go. Now it's getting dragged down to the water, which doesn't do anything to it because it's a squid, so it can breathe underwater. But if it was a mob that can it could drown, it will drown. And these are all these weapons. Let me get back over here. And those are the weapons that I wanted to show you on this one. And some of them are craftable, other ones are not. Other ones are drops. The hypno thing is a you can make an ingot. Anyway, it's a drop, but this one is actually you can craft it, and other items you can also craft, but not all of them are craftable, but some of them are. Anyway, then moving on to the ones that spawn other mobs. So these are all weapons that will spawn mobs, and this is a ruby of resistance, which actually doesn't do anything. Doesn't even give me resistance. Actually it does. I was wrong. Why was it? Did it glitch? Where'd it go? Where did it go? It disappeared. Why did it disappear? There we go. Now we have all the different things. So it gives you a bunch of effects, and it's a drop also. And this one is the one of Arising, which will make these guys, and they will actually fight on your behalf. So if I hit this thing, they'll chase it and eventually hit it. And they're very, very slow, and they're kind of dumb, and they not always do the thing that they're supposed to do, because sometimes they do hit it. Then we have the other called the Kapellmeister's Baton, which will bring these guys, and they will actually fight on your behalf too. And then we have the Soul Noble, which will bring in the same guys over here, and they'll also fight on your behalf. Then we have the Sword of Soul, which will bring swords, flying swords, that will also attack on your behalf. The one on Necromancy will bring skeletons out, and they'll also attack. And the Dust Binder will also bring these mobs, and they'll attack on your behalf, like so. So these are all different drops. You cannot craft them. They're not craftable. Well, some of them are craftable, like this one, but most of them are not craftable, and they are drops that you'll be getting from mobs. And this one is also craftable, and they all have their own cooldown period to be reused. And these are all these ones. And next we have the ones that I thought had special skills. And let me grab all this. Okay, so I'll start with this. The Ring of Combat will give you buffs if you right click it. So, and this one is also not craftable. And if I right click it, it gives me some buffs, resistance and speed. And then we have the broomstick, which is, I believe this one is craftable. Yep. And it has a special effect with moss, and with the infected cobblestones, it can actually clean the moss, and it can kill the what are they called? Enderfish? Silverfish. The silverfish from infected blocks, making you just have a normal cobblestone. And then we have the candle. The crusade. Can't read it. The cursed candle will make mobs fly up if I right click it. There you go. And then we have burning noble, which also has an effect that gives me fire fist. If I right click it, now I have fire fist, and if I hit something, I'll burn it. Then we have the one of voltage. If I right click a guy, then after a little bit, you'll hear some lightning, and some lightning will fall on it. And then we have the Jade Scroll, which I right click them, and it gives them an effect called it will explore after a little bit. So there we go. And they all have different it blew up my thing. How dare you. Anyway, and as well, some of them are craftable, and some of them are drops that you'll have to get from different mobs. Let me put all this back in here. And then we have the electric noble, the totem of reappearing, and this one actually I cannot show you guys. It's fed. It's just like a totem of undying, but for specific for a mob. And now I bring this back in. Electric noble, I get electric fist. I can hit this guy, and some lightning should fall and hit the pig. And this is the upgraded version of the other torch, and instead of burning them, it gives them this called void effect, will makes them suffer. It's like what's it called, withering, but for this mod. And that's all these ones. Next, we have more things. There's the configured sense of mine and the regular sense of mine, and then we have all this. Let me grab as many things I can fit in my inventory. So the configured mine, you can craft it. You craft it like this, and you can place it on the ground. If a mob steps on it, it'll blow up, but if a player steps on it, it won't. But if, yep, just like that. And then there's the one that's not configured, and this one you'll find it, and if I step on it, it'll just blow up. So if anything steps on it, it'll just blow up like so. And then we have the sunblock shield, which is grants you invisibility for a few seconds, and you cannot craft it. It's also a drop, and it does a little effect. And now I'm did it say invisible? Yeah. Oh, right, invisibility. Anyway, it makes me not take any damage. That's what it is. And then we have the Sense Cycle, which is a crafting item that you craft like this. It looks like this. It's a motorcycle. You can get on top of it, and then you can ride it. And it's pretty cool. And if you want to pick it up, the same thing with the little minions. You can right click with this remote, and then you'll have it in your inventory, like so. And then we have the Cell Bomb, which is another throwing item. You can toss it, it'll give them this effect, and then it'll eventually lock the mod inside the cell. It takes a little bit, and then it'll disappear, just like that. And it killed the thing. And then we have this Hell Noble, which is almost a circle poison that will drop a meteorite from the sky. I'm afraid to do it close by, so I'm going to come over here, and hopefully it's not too big. I didn't save the world. If it messes up everything, then I'm going to cry. There we go. And now it should drop something from the sky. There we go. Good, it wasn't too bad. Next, we have the Tauntaun of Smite, which burns all undead in a 15 block radius. So that little piggy over there is an undead, so I can use it on him right now. Where are you? Where did it go? What did it go? It was right here. Okay, now let me spawn a bunch of zombies, and now right click again, and now all the zombies will start burning. And they're all going after the villagers, are they not? Let's make it take again, so they can keep burning even after I turn it out. Anyway, so we'll remove all this, and then we can move on to the Eye of Danger site, the Eye of Raider site, the Fruit of Harmony, the Smoke Bomb, the Scavenging Sack, the Folding Fan, and the Water Charge. Why are you attacking? This is the Water Charge. It gives them an effect. Stop. And this is a Holding Fan. It makes them thrust like that, and it moves my thing. Are you drunk? And this is the sack. It gives you a bunch of inventory. This is the greatest thing that there is. This is the Smoke Bomb. It makes you invisible. And then this is the Flute. It actually gives you speed, and as you play it, and as long as you play it, and it heals you. But since I'm not in, I don't need to be healed, and I'm creative, it cannot do anything to me. And then we have makes all raiders in 7 block raiders glow, and then makes all mods in a 30 block ranges glow like this. Now they're glowing, and raiders like that guy over there is now glowing. And this way you can find in a raid, you could be able to find, because there's a lot of times when raids glitch out and the mobs appear on the ground, or they go on the ground and you cannot find them, and therefore you cannot finish the raid, and it just becomes frustrating. But with those 2 items, I guess you can find them now easier. And now we have all the throwable weapons, well, what I call throwable. And I could keep showing you guys the crafting recipes, but if you get just enough items, you'll be able to get the crafting recipes. If they doesn't have a crafting recipe, that means that it's something you have to actually find from a drop or from a chest. And this is a shuriken. This is the dynamite, and that was a bad idea. This is a pack snowball. This is a trumpet. Good thing I went through all that. Anyway, this is the stone gauntlet. You'll need cobblestone for actually to throw things out, but you can also use it to hit things like this. And this is the egg bomb. You toss it, and after a little bit, it'll blow up. This is a block on. It gives them poisoning. And then we have even more. The plague cannon, the quick draw, the ball cactus, which I sort of dropped. You guys saw it earlier. The harpoon, which you will need harpoons as throwables, and you can actually use the harpoons as melee. And then the saw for cyclone, and this is one of them. This is the quick draw. And this is a cold cactus. This is a harpoon. It's really strong. And lastly, this is the staff of Cyclone. Just like that. Pretty cool weapons. I like the ranged ones. And next we have the choke. The troll weapon, the troll items, that's what they call it. This is the Pyrologer with troll's poop, and it looks like this. And what it does, it throws a little guy like this, and there you go. And the little guy is glitched. A lot of times it appears on the ground, and this time it dropped one of the flags. And it makes that farting sound. And now it's also dead. Anyway, or unless I picked it up, maybe I picked it up. And that's one of the things. And then you have your noise makers, which make noises. And they're all different ones, and they're not craftable. You have to find them. And then we have the metal pipe, which is a weapon, but it makes this noise whenever you hit something with it. Then we have the idiot, which is just a thing. It doesn't do anything whatsoever. And then we have the master trolling, which gives you this effect. Any mod you hit with gain the trolling effect that is most effective against players, prevents sufferers and blindness from sabotaging your screen. Gosh dang it. Then you have some food, and then you have the atomic boomstick, which you craft with atomic core. And I'm going to save that thing for last. Just the name atomic boomstick makes me afraid that it's going to do a huge explosion, and so I don't want to do it. And so if you want to see it, you'll have to wait until at the very end. I'll do it. And next we have this one I already talked about, it was over there. And then we have the other ones that are in development. These are just things that I could find in the mod. The one that I found is this one's some sort of dispenser, and it's just like a little dispenser, and after a while it'll dispense a little mob out, and there's no way for you to pick it up either once it's placed down. And did it do it? Oh yeah, right there, a little guy. And these are all their upgrades. There's nothing you can do with them. They don't do anything at the moment. The horn, I think it gives you some effects, and it makes mobs fly too. I didn't know it did that, but it gives you some effects. And now for what everyone was waiting for are the mobs. And so I'm going to grab this whole set. I'm going to put it on because I'm going to go into survival. And I'm going to grab some of the weapons. The quick draw might be good in this case. And we'll do this one, and because some of them are really strong. And something that's quicker. This one gives me regeneration, so it might be good, even though it's not that great. And I was looking for something else. Where is it? There we go. This thing. So I can have all that thing. Okay, I'm ready. So down here I put all the mobs, and they're over 100. All these chokers are filled with mobs, and so we're going to start from over here. Let me go into survival. Okay, why am I poison? Hunger 2. I'm hungry, and it gives you what? That's terrible. Anyway, we'll start from here. This is the Pyrologer, and he looks like this. He'll toss fire. And this is the vampire. They'll actually burn on, and it gives you that bleeding effect. They'll burn on the sun. And they'll all spawn around the world too. And see, you guys can see all the drops that they do. This is the outcast. He's not aggressive until I do this. Now he's aggressive. And then we have the wandering trader. He's also not aggressive until I hit him. And then he aggroes. Alright, I have no ammo. I didn't give myself any ammo. Anyway, then we have the exploder. We blow things up, and that guy hurts a lot. Why is my turn duration 2? I would assume it's better than. Anyway, let me give myself some food and some like weapons. I'll be back. Okay, I gave myself a bunch of arrows so I could use that thing. And this is the what's it called? Worker. He's also not aggressive until I hit him. Actually, you're not aggressive whatsoever. I can bully you. Oh no, there you go. This actually works also as a weapon. And have my inventory is going to make a mess. We have all of these ones. We have the friendly lost spawn. This is the ones that you summon. The Kapellmeister spawn, which is actually one of the bosses. Which, let's do that. And he'll start spawning things. And once you kill it, it'll drop a bunch of things. As you can see, it drops some of the weapons that I showed you guys before. And then we have the Trumpeter, which is the one that he just spawned. We have the Swordcaster, which is another kind of mini boss that summons the swords. Mini boss, see, you guys can see more of the drops right there. And then we have the Ambusher, which goes invisible. And then we have the Pyrologer. And we have even more mobs here. This is going to become really hard to get things out whenever things. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Hypnotized Cow. We have the Hypnotized Pig. The Hypnotizer. This is the guy who will hypnotize his mobs to fight in his behalf. And then we have the Lost. This is actually the one that the boss will spawn. And then we have the Excalibur. This guy will also actually hit me if I hit him. And then we have also the Pyrologer. My sword can take care of it. Is it hitting me? Stop hitting me. And then we have even more mobs. There's so many. We have this guy, the ninja. We have the little leprechaun. If you hit, it'll give you that effect bad luck. I have a lot of my punches are really strong. Is it from the strength? Yes, from the strength. And then we have the leprechaun. The leprechaun. Actually, also hit quite fast. Anyway, the Esco Bomber. These things are deadly. Then we have a vampire with hat, so this one will not get burned in the sun. Come on, swords, do your job. And then we have the anarchist, which is another bomber. And it killed itself. And then we have even more. There are so many. And you guys can see just how much stuff they drop just by seeing my inventory of all the things. And then we have the chicken ear. This is the aggressive version. We have the Illagers, which is basically the boss version. And it will spawn all these guys. And the chicken ears also. And once you kill it, it'll give you some achievement, and it'll drop a bunch of eggs that you can open them and get stuff out of them. And this guy just made a mess out of my inventory, didn't he? I hate him so much. And it drops the boots and all that. Then we have more mobs. We have to go over. There's so many. The chicken ear, which is this little guy. It's not aggressive. Will drop the little evil ones, and these ones will hit you. And it'll drop the little eggs that you can use to spawn the chicken ears, the ones that are not aggressive. And then we have the Inferno. We have the chicken ear, the small ones, the ones that are nice. Then we have the hypnotized chicken, so fast. And then we have the Elder Swordcaster, which is the other boss. That's the Swordcaster boss, which is the one that spawns these swords. And it spawns the other guys that are not like him. If I can kill him, actually he's resistant to range. Dead? Where did he go? Oh, there you are. You can teleport. You have some effects. You'll also get an achievement once you kill it, and it gives you all these things, and it'll give you the weapon that I'm currently using at the moment. Next, we have the samurai. I'll drop one of the swords. And we can grab even more. We have the hallucinator. Gives you some effects. The candelier. Trying to toss me off, but it cannot do it because it's inside a cave. The scalar illager, which is a skeleton. That's it drops like that. Pretty cool. And a villager trumpeter, which we saw when we were fighting the guy who summons them. Then we have the villager monk, which is not aggressive until I hit him. So I have to aggro him. They're quite tall too. Then we have the boulder, which is this guy. Drop some rocks. And we can keep going to even more mobs. We have the stoner, this little guy, not aggressive either. We have the Easter Golem, which is huge. It's a huge Easter Golem, and I think they spawn the little things if you attack him, but they have a lot of health too. So this is going to be very annoying. And eventually they will die. I think it's suffocating also. Maybe. Maybe not. Eventually, it'll die. Oh no, I'm dying! There's so many in there that he just kill me. There we go. Now it's dead. So he's like a mini boss you guys can fight. Then we have the Escolomer. Also aggressive. We have the Icicle. The Monk. The Shotgun. Another boss. I think something broke. I think one of my armor pieces broke. There we go. Now it's dead. Oh no, it didn't break. And that's all these ones. Now we can move on to even more mobs. We have the Illagers with the Illagers, the Illagers, well, you guys, the Rusher. He rushes at you. Where are you? Hey, stop! Stop being so fast. The Marauder. I know. Another one that hits like a tank, man. Why does everyone have to hit like tanks? There we go. I think it's again my armor is like dead. I'm going to have to change it. And the only reason why I'm not dying is just because I have a ton of different effects. And then we have the Charger. I'll beat him up with a stick. Just kidding. There we go. And that's all that road. And we have 3 more on this one. We have the Pebble, the Escolomer, which actually uses one of the weapons that you can get, and it didn't drop it. And that Shadow Walker, which is a ninja. And that's all this road. And now I can start getting even more. I can clear my inventory a little bit. Okay, so let's get even more of them in here. We have the Dust Devil, one of the things that I was able to summon too. The Sensor Golem, which is a huge guy who's dying. Which also spawns little Sam Barrel, which are aggressive. After a while, they turn into that and try to hit me, but they're terrible. So eventually, this thing will die, right? Come on, just there we go. And it drops all these things, and it's another one of the mini bosses or the bosses that you can get, and it dropped a bunch of things. And then we have the Ice Golem, which is this guy, also aggressive. We have the Inquisitor. Ouch. That hurt a lot. I'm going to have to like, oh no. So the Inquisitor is a boss, and he hits like a tank. He's tankier than the other guys. Why are you so strong? Can't even hit him, man. Ow! This guy is going to make me have to. It takes almost no damage, as you can see. and it hits really, really hard. So let me get rid of him. I think if I remember correctly, there's a little thing in here that can let me, yep, right here. I can use, what did I do? Well, this is the sand color. He looks like that. He wasn't supposed to spawn yet, but here he is. But if I use this on him, he disappears. There we go. That's just a creative item that you can use to remove bosses. And this is a torn vine. This is where you're going to get your vines from, and it's a little aggressive mod, and it gives you bleed also, so annoying. Next, we're going to get even more of the mobs. I guess I have a two up there. Okay, so the teleporter, as the name suggests, it teleports you, and that, where am I? I think I killed it. Yep, set. The Pyrologer, the Scavenger, phase 1. This is another boss. He's not as bad as the other one, and it also spawns other mobs that appear in the wall, and it also hurts. Come here. And this is phase 2, where he drops the sack and he comes at you with his gang. Has 120 health, and now it's dead. And it drops the sack, and if you destroy the sack, you get the sack with a bunch of goodies in it. Nope, I want that. Next, we have the Storm Color, which is the one that will make you drop the lightning from the sky, and it drops some of the little ores that you use to craft the staff. And next, I think we said the Boy Mancer, which also teleports. Hi, how are you alive? He disappeared. Where is he? Who knows? He's gone, but he's one of the other guys. The Integer. Hi. And he spawns its little mines, which after a while, they'll become the mines that attack you. And next, we can move on to this ones. There's so many. There we go. The golden key. This is actually a little guy, like I said. He's a little guy that you have to kill to drop, and then you can summon the boss. The soul boss is the one that comes from the block. And then we have this skeleton, friendly skeleton, the ones that you summon. The Bone Riser. He also teleports like crazy, and I think he teleported into a wall. He's another boss, and I'm pretty sure he teleported to a wall. He's dying. And then we have the Hunger Villager. Will aggress at me once he comes back. And now it's that. Then we have the Infector. That skeleton is kind of strong, and it's the ones that drops those boy things, the blood. And then we have the Frankentur. Frankentur? I think it's called Frankentur, right? And that's all those ones. Next, we have all these ones. We have the Punkineer, which is the one that we saw from the fake pumpkins. The Sufferer, which makes you this thing, and it gives you those effects. I think it's called suffering or something like that. It hurts for like it just gives you an effect for pain. And then we have the Looter, one of the little guys that the other boss spawns. Then we have the Plague Duster. That skeleton is pretty strong. And then we have the Harbinger. It's actually eating. And we have the Ranger. Rancher? Maybe it was Rancher, not Ranger. And that's all that stack. And then we have the Pole Golem. And the other Pole Golem. That's smaller than the other one. And that's all those ones. And it's already a ton. And then we still have more. No. This is getting out of hand, man. We have the Flutonier, which is one of the ones that spawns from the boss. The Bastager, which is also another one that will spawn by the boss. And the... I didn't read your name. Sorry, you killed him too fast. The Escorrider. The Escofeezer. The Zombie Trick or Treat. Whew, so many. And we can keep on going. We have the Trick or Treat. We have the Boy Zelort. He also disappeared. The Rib Cager. Rib Cage. It traps you in its body like that. Who hurt me? Who's hurting me? Who's hurting me? Who's hitting me? It's you. Oh, those little things. Get out of here. Did it die? I think it's dead now. Okay. And then we have the Sanson Torrent and the Minion. And now we have the ones that are evil. I should make this room bigger. I'm running out of space. Then we have the other one that's also evil. The one that's the Minion that's evil. And then we have the Electrocutor. Just a little lightning thing. The Levitator, which makes you levitate. And then we also have the Wrestler. He killed the bony guy. And then we have the Trumpeter. And we can keep on going because there are still way more mobs that appear in your world. We have the Wind Walter, the Jade Arbitrator, the Chicken Trumpeter, the Bandit, the Armor Bandit, and the Archer Bandit. I killed my own guy. Sorry. And we still have a couple of more little guys that I need to go through. All these guys. We have the Scarecrow. Dies in one hit. The Crow. The Shop Crow, the Dynamiter, the Tornado, and that's all those ones. and we can move on to the next one, and there's still so many more. But we're going to go through all of them, even if it kills me. We have the Sandstone Stalker, the Sandstone Monder, which is the little guy that came out from the spawner thing, the Merminer, Mermanager, the Pyrologer, the Solar Kitsune, hurts, dead, and the Red Sufferer. Oh no, it's doing something weird. It's doing something weird. It's doing something weird. Die, 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 die. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't. That thing's scary. Hi. How hard can you hit? My armor is also broken. You have to. How much health does he have? He has a ton of health. Okay, I need to... Give me a second. Okay, it's not immortal, but I guess it can regenerate when it hits you. That's why it wasn't dropping in health. We can move on now that that guy is gone and not longer bothering me, to the next ones. We have the Pyrologer, this guy. We have the Pyrologer, the Pyrologer, the Tame Hyena, the Tame Hyena, different color, the normal hyena won't attack you until you attack it. And next, what is... Okay, whatever. Then we have way more still. The Highlander. Another one. Stop it. My armor is destroyed again. It's like I have no helmet now. There we go. Then the Provoker. I'm assuming it will bring mobs from around, but there's nothing here. Ha ha ha. The Illagers. There we go. I wanted to give you a fighting chance there. The Pyrologer. The Skull Tamer. The Pyrologer Wolf. And now we can move on to the last road of that one. We had the Bard. He's shaking in your boots. Not aggressive, just a guy with his flute. Anyway, the Shaman. Also not aggressive. The Imposter. That's kind of funny. He has a villager's face on top. The mini Scalar Illager. The Armor Polar Bear with his guy on top. The Swarmager, which is a big fish looking thing. Hi, you're ugly. amiibo. And then we have the drummer, part of the other guy. You're immune to arrows too? Why is everyone immune to arrows? Drops a little trombone. And then we have the Skulltist. The Skulltist. Another boss that also teleports. Then we have the Archimaru? This guy. And that's all the ones for this road. So we can start on the last road, which we're almost done with all of them. We have the Warrior. The Sandstone Dispenser, which is the one that drops the little guys. The first of Sandstone Spawns. So it's this huge guy, which is not aggressive. Not even if I hit him, he's aggressive. He's a nice guy. Then we have first of Sandstone Spawns, which is the aggressive version. There's no crafting the other guy, so I'll just let them like kill each other or something. Actually, I need the room. I don't have enough room here. You both need to go. This was supposed to be enclosed, so I could actually not have to be running around. So can you also go? Or maybe you'll go eventually. We have the Sandstone Stalker, which is another good guy. And we have the other, the Sandstone Muncher, which is the little guy that comes from the other thing that spawns and still work in progress. And we can grab the next stack of mobs. We have the Illager. We have the Butcher. Kill it. We have, I think that thing is still hurting me when it does those moves. The Ghost. We had the Range Cursed Skull. The Cursed Skull. You going to kill it? There we go. And the Revenger, I mean. And that's all those ones. We can open this one and grab the next stack, which is the Honey Slime, the little guy that I showed you guys. The little nice guy. The Bliss Spawn Egg. This guy. The Chewodger. The Cultiger. The Blasta. Zipline. Just a little guy right there. Just a little guy. The Blasta. Another little guy. They don't stand a chance against you, my friend. Then we have more to look at. We have the Explosive Cursed Skull. The Shadow Archer. Kill it. Can you not see it? I think. Can you see it now? You can't see it. There you go. The Cloaker. And we have the Pyrologer. And they kill me. That thing is dangerous. We have the fake Nickwick. They look like regular people. the fake other villager. And when you hit them, they appear as their normal evil guys. Oh, he killed it. It's dead. And then we have the other ones that are fake ones. Oh, actually got double. The fake farmer. And the fake cartographer. And when you hit them, it'll show their true selves. Then we're almost done with all these ones. We have the shield bearer. We have the damned. Move too fast. The hellfire. The sacrificer. The Samson Singer, which is a nice guy, and the Samson Singer, that's the evil guy. Then we have the rest of this. The constructor. Which is nice, but because this guy is my friend, he's going to hit it and kill it. The pincher. The bunny slime. The poacher. The splash butcher. He has a weapon that will drag you to the bottom of the sea. And the patch finder. And then we have the rest of these guys. Oh, that guy dropped the totem thing. We have a Ravager. Even though there's other Ravagers in vanilla, it also comes with another Ravager. The Hunter. The Enchanted Hunter Sword. The other Haunted Sword. There are all different kinds of Haunted Swords. The Enchanted Other Hunter Sword. The Friendly Hunted Sword. You need some more. And I think this might be it. We have the fake cartographer. We have the crumber. This big head guy. Kinda dumb looking. Was it going to blow up? Something's moving. The tank vine, which grabs you and does this. The bunch vine. Going to do something. And it blew up. That's what it does. The trader donkey. And the Pyrologer. And those are all the mobs on that side, and we still have 2 more over here, which is great. I love it. It has so much, but there's so many. We have the ninja, which is a nice guy. He didn't attack me. We have the interloper. The flag bearer. The commander. The boss, basically. And I need to get rid of him. He's not taking any damage. Why is he not taking any damage? There we go. Where the... okay. And we have the Roger Nant. It shows like he's taking no damage on the top, but he is taking damage. I don't know why it's a glitch. the life, what's it called? And he's not moving either. And he's not stuck. So either he's friendly and I'm just aggroing on him. The head chef. He's also not aggro and not moving either. So they might be work in progress. I think they're work in progress. I think they're the ones that I got from the work in progress section. Because there are some that are work in progress. See? Right there. It dropped the thing from that's work in progress. So yeah, I forgot to play with them, but I think these are all the work in progress mobs that are a little bit glitchy. Scholaster and the test mod. It's actually the totem thing, and I don't know why it. I should probably. I'll do it later at the very end. This is the way that you would spawn a boss. Then we have the prisoner. It's actually moving. The senator. That one's actually not moving. The prosecutor. This one is moving and is shooting the thing that has a ton of. So you can outpace the other one. Okay? I win. And then we have, that's just an upgrade ball. Paladin, which also doesn't move, and it's going to be another boss. But the moment he is a work in progress, and he drops one of the things. And then we can grab the rest of the stack, which is the villager rebel. And then we have the rake holder, the banisher, which banished, rapinger. And you actually. Yeah, you are trying to hit me, aren't you? No. Is that really his health? Yeah, he has almost 4,000. He has 400 health, and he's healing really fast. Let me get this thing again, and now I can get rid of it. Then we have the Pyrologer, which looks like that. Terrifying looking thing, ugly looking thing. The Inquisitor. Oh no, another one that hurts. Go away, go away. Why didn't it work? You two, just go away. No one called you two here. Nope. Nope. I have to right click with this thing. Here. There we go. Now you're gone. Then we have these ones. These are the troll mobs. If those ones were the ones that are a little glitchy, these are the troll mobs. This is their pager. Looks like this. Except the derpy little guy. This is a stalker. This is a purr. The one that appears when you use the little gun thing. The cursed ravenger. It's the one that's standing up. The spine evoker. A spinner, I mean. Oh no. Oh no, this is, you're too much. Too much! Everyone, get out of here. No, you're making a mess. You're making a mess. No. Where's the invoker? No. Okay, this is a mess. Options. Peaceful. Remove everything. You just made a mess, man. Creative. Gosh dang it. Everything's destroyed. These two guys are not, the suckers are not aggressive, I guess. I can go back to survival and then I can change it back to what it was. And then we have the sandwich. It actually puts sand down. So I guess the bulker bulked the sandwich and it made a mess in here. Probably bulk a bunch of sandwiches. Sandwiches? I cracked myself up. So dumb. Anyway, flying swarm manager. The knockcracker. No. What did he do? Okay, it just okay, good. Nothing bad happened. Then we have the Pyrologer 1.1. The weak version. The mini Inquisitor. No. You also hit like a tank. Get me out. Get me out! You can't click it! I was trying to click it. I couldn't click it. My armor is non-existent. Get out. Get out of here. Then we had the mini Pillager. And the mini Vindicator. It even has a mini little weapon on its body. Then we have the last ones. The Eye. And the Duplicator. Okay, I can see why that thing would be annoying. Yeah, all of you get out of here. The Hunger. Your name is Hunger. Yeah, it is. Why do you look like a hippie? And the Coolager. Oh, you think you're so cool? Why are you making big noises? Just get out of here. And that's it, the Suffer Troll. Just get out of here. And that's it. That's all of them. And like I promised, I'll show you guys that little structure over there. That thing will need. You need to use this thing with a fully charged totem, and then if you put it down and then you put it in here and click summon, it'll do a little bit of casting. It'll bring this up and then it'll bring that guy, and because of this block it gets trapped in the block and it starts freaking out, and I think it's a little bit glitchy. Either is by default or not. I don't think it's by default. It shouldn't be doing this, but it's doing it, and he is actually this is the block that he spawns in. So I think it's because I have extra blocks that he's trying to spawn on those blocks, making it glitch around. So in reality it won't happen because you wouldn't be able to craft these things whatsoever. But it has different faces. It has those shields, as you guys can tell. All the bosses have different faces and different abilities. I didn't go over them because the mod is very big, long enough. The showcase I've been going on for a while. And the last thing that I wanted to do was that troll thing right here, the atomic one. So let's see what happens if I hit the little guy. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I thought everything was going to blow up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a long mod. It's still in beta, so it's bound to change some stuff, and some stuff are going to be tweaked. But it has a lot of mobs, and I almost forgot that I was going to show you guys the different structures that are up here. So I'm going to do it now in this segment. I'm going to have different segments. I'm pretty sure it's going to be over an hour of recording of video. So I'm going to look through some and try to find them. There are some that are able to locate by doing this. So for instance, these two things. I think I didn't click the thing. So by doing this, I can locate two of them. So this is the what's it called? The Pyrologer's Friends Death Fields. So this is Death Fields. This is actually one of the structures that appears. It won't always appear, but this is one of them, and you'll find it. And these are chests, and you'll find this guy here, the Sleeping Bone Ridger, and then you can get different things from this location, this tomb. And since I'm already here, as you guys can see, there's more structures here. That is actually a big biome. Last time when I was looking through it, it was smaller. Then you have some graveyards. Another one, you have the Swordcaster here. You have this big structure here. You have the fake pumpkin guy. And then you can come in here. You can find the armor stand. Some armor stands, some skeletons. More skeletons, more of the pillagers. More a ranger. What else can we find here? Up here we have an ambusher, and then we have the Frankenstein, the ambusher again, and then we have even a third floor with a chandelier, more ambushers, another Frankenstein guy, and then we have another section, and then it has a spawn here, so you'll be spawning different mobs, and you can find some of the orbs in here actually too. So they're all findable, they're droppable by some of the mobs, and so, but this is one of the structures that you guys be able to find in this world. That's 3 of them. So let me go to the different one. So the next one would be this, the flower plains. It just looks like this. Oh, it's right next door. Just a bunch of flowers all around. And cheap. There's no structures here that I can see. Actually there is one here. And here we can find a little farm. It says villagers keep out. And you can find some stuff. It's actually abandoned, so there's nothing, there's no one in here. Just broke it. And that's the another structure. Then let's see if I can. That's why it's a Minecraft thing. It wasn't the Pillagers one. Then we had the Death Fields, and we had the Easter Springs. Saw the flower fields. See, right here. Right here we have the boss. This is one of the bosses. Actually. Pretty sure you're one of the bosses. If I go into survival, will you react? No, I guess this is not the boss, it's just structure, but I've seen the bosses, they also appear in this place. And this is one of the things that you can egg from the eggs. If you break them, you'll get something. Not always good, but sometimes good. Like there, I got some emeralds. Creative. And then we can go up to the last one that allows me to easily find the Sakura Woods. Go here, and these are the Sakura Woods. It's another biome. You'll find some structures here too. Here's one of them. So very ambitious. There's another one over there. And there's this other one that's bigger one. And you'll find the ninja in here. There's actually more over here. This is also part of this mod. This huge structure is not vanilla. You'll find it's kind of like a temple. Go down here. It actually is a temple. And then you can find this thing with your goodies. But this is not a temple because temples don't appear and outside the jungle. So over here you can find another structure filled with samurais and ninjas. And there's also the other structure that was on this direction. This one. This is the other one. Has your monks and your ninjas and your samurais that you can fight. And all the, it's using all the blocks from the mod. And then we have also this one over here, which is another cemetery. And you'll find all your skeletons and spawners for skeletons. And you'll find this thing, which is the skip out and has a creeper in it. Makes sense. Makes sense. I wouldn't want to go in there either. And those are all three of the biomes that appear, the new biomes that appear. And you can find actually bears here. Bears. What's it called? Pandas. And I'll try to look around and see if I can find any other structures. Right here is another structure, a smaller one, with your wind wielders. Let's see if I can find anything else. It's kind of difficult finding the structure since there's no way for me to locate them. Even with other mods, I'm not able to locate them. So it'd be great if in the next update they create them. There's another right here, another structure with a donkey in it. It'll be great if they make them into structures. Because I think they have them coded as something else in their code, not as structures, because they're not appearing as structures. Whenever I try to use a mod that finds structures, or whenever I try to use locate, because usually the locate thing will show me all the different structures that I are able to find. Like right here, it shows me all the structures in vanilla Minecraft that you're able to find, and I'll give you the coordinates to find it in this world, and I'll be able to teleport them there easily. And there's other ones other mods that actually also show you a location with the compass and stuff like that, which I haven't used before. But this one doesn't allow me to do that, and probably maybe because it's in beta, maybe because they decided to code it differently. But anyway, I'll see if I can find anything else to show you guys. If not, I'm going to cut it there. Maybe in the next structure that I found. Maybe. Okay, I found two more. This one with Stormcaster. And another one over here. So you'll find them all around your world, and it'll make it more interesting for exploration. But I find it quite interesting. Well, quite fun. There's so many more different structures, because I feel like structures to give a more life to your world. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. It's very difficult to find them. It's going to take me forever to find more, and I wouldn't know how many there are. Even in the list that appears in the website, that list only has the information for the previous mod. The previous version, because there's a lot of items in this version that don't appear in the list from that version, from the list provided there. So there's very little information about the structures. But anyway, I know there's at least 20 structures, but I know it's going to be way more now that there's more blocks and everything else. But I hope you guys find it enjoyable and helpful. And if you have any questions, if I miss anything, you guys can ask me in the description. I'll look through it and I'll reply to you guys the best I can with the answers to your questions. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!